Have you ever watched a movie where the hero lands a single perfect punch and the villain drops instantly? It looks so simple, so final. But is that real? Can you really knock someone out with just one punch? We see it in movies and believe it's common, but real life is far messier and much more dangerous. As a fitness coach, I've always been fascinated by this myth. The idea of a one-punch knockout suggests ultimate control and strength, but is it even possible? Today we're going to break down the science, hear real stories, and uncover what it actually takes to deliver a knockout blow. Forget Hollywood. Let's dive into the unpredictable reality of a real fight. The one-punch knockout is a powerful fantasy, but it's incredibly rare. It depends on a dozen factors aligning perfectly: technique, timing, power, and luck. What are those factors? And what happens when they don't line up? We're not just talking brute force. It's a delicate dance of physics and biology, where you hit, how you hit, and the state of the person being hit all matter. By the end, you'll see both the resilience and fragility of the human body. Let's get into the science of what a knockout actually is. So what is a knockout? It's not just falling over, it's a traumatic brain injury. When someone is knocked out, their brain is essentially rebooting after a sudden violent impact. The brain, soft like jelly, slams against the skull, disrupting electrical activity and causing a temporary loss of consciousness. The most effective way to cause this is by targeting the jaw or temple. A punch to the chin creates a lever effect, rotating the head and rattling the brainstem. A strike to the temple, where the skull is thinner, can send shockwaves directly into the brain. It's not about brute force, but about creating a sudden, violent rotation. Sometimes a body shot, like a punch to the liver, can also cause a knockout by triggering a nerve response that drops blood pressure and heart rate. The result? The brain is momentarily starved of oxygen and the person collapses. A knockout isn't about pain, it's a neurological event, a temporary system failure. Achieving this is difficult and dangerous. It's not like flipping a switch, it's more like short-circuiting the most complex machine on the planet. The consequences can be unpredictable and severe. Remember, a knockout is brain trauma, plain and simple. Can a single punch really knock someone out? The answer is yes, but only under a perfect storm of conditions. Precision is key. The punch must land on the chin or temple to generate maximum rotational force. Timing matters even more. The most devastating punches are the ones you don't see coming, when your neck muscles are relaxed and unprepared. That's why counterpunches in boxing are so effective. Power is important, but it's not about muscle size. It's about the whole body working together from the ground up in a kinetic chain. Professional fighters spend years perfecting this technique. Even with perfect technique, a knockout isn't guaranteed. Some people are just more resilient. For a one-punch knockout, you need precision, surprise, flawless technique, and a bit of bad luck for the person on the receiving end. All these stars must align in a single moment. It's incredibly rare in real life. Movies make it look easy, but reality is far less predictable. Most fights don't end with a single punch. The myth persists because it's dramatic, but it's not the norm. Let me share a personal story. Years ago, I was sparring in a boxing gym, feeling confident. I got careless, left myself open, and my opponent landed a short, sharp right hook. I didn't see it coming. It felt like an electric shock. My legs turned to jelly and the world faded out. I wasn't knocked out cold, but I was completely incapacitated and disoriented. The fight was stopped. I was concussed. That punch didn't need to knock me out to neutralize me. My opponent's technique and timing were flawless. It taught me that the goal in a real fight isn't a cinematic knockout, it's to neutralize a threat. I was lucky to be in a controlled environment with safety measures. On the street, a knockout can be fatal, not from the punch, but from hitting your head on the ground. Movies never show the aftermath: skull fractures, brain bleeds, or permanent disability. My experience was a wake-up call to the grim reality of head trauma. The danger is real and the consequences can be life-changing. Respect the risks. Don't chase the knockout. Chasing a one-punch knockout, especially outside the ring, is incredibly dangerous. Knocking someone out means risking their life. Secondary impacts can be fatal. Even a single punch can lead to manslaughter charges if things go wrong. Punching someone's skull can break your own hand, causing permanent injury. Every concussion, no matter how mild, causes cumulative brain damage. Repeated trauma can lead to chronic conditions like CTE, memory loss, confusion, and dementia. The risks compound over a lifetime for both people involved. In self-defense, your goal should always be to escape, not to knock someone out. Create distance, get away, and avoid fighting whenever possible. If you must fight, aim to create an opening to flee, not to cause a brain injury. A push or a strike to a less dangerous area is safer than aiming for a knockout. The best self-defense is avoiding the fight altogether. So how should we train? There's a big difference between training for sport and for real-world safety. Explosive exercises like box jumps and kettlebell swings build power and athleticism. But power without control is dangerous. In combat sports, technique comes first. Footwork, defense, and form are drilled for months before adding power. This builds respect for the art and responsibility for your skills. For everyday people, the best self-defense is situational awareness and de-escalation. Recognize danger, avoid confrontations, and use words to calm situations. Fitness helps. You'll have the stamina to run and the confidence to avoid being a target. Don't stop training for strength and health, but keep the right mindset. If you learn martial arts, do it for discipline and self-control, not to knock people out. The goal is to build confidence so you never have to find out if you can deliver a knockout. True strength is having power but choosing not to use it. Stay fit, stay smart, and stay safe. So, can you knock someone out with one punch? Yes. But it's rare, unpredictable, and carries huge risks. The one-punch knockout is a dangerous fantasy, not a reliable technique. Movies don't show the broken hands, brain damage, or court cases. In real life, a single punch can have catastrophic consequences. The real power isn't in your fist, it's in your ability to avoid danger and de-escalate. The strongest person is often the one who walks away. Next time you see a movie knockout, remember it's entertainment, not advice. Appreciate the skill of fighters, but respect the risks they take. For your own life, focus on awareness, fitness, and safety. Has this changed how you see movie fight scenes? The power to protect yourself is real, but it rarely looks like Hollywood. Stay safe, train smart, and always choose de-escalation.